wife, Tiny, has an encounter with their son at this Atlanta Falcons 50 years of hip-hop game.
I had some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all wanna go to the bando and man my neighborhood?
Speaking about his upbringing, he pushes back on being the son of someone rich that lived behind the gate. He says he's from the ghetto. Pay attention.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Time I see King, he always talking some gangster shit. And so there's a couple things I want to pay attention. Number one, he got the camera out. The camera say something to me. Why the camera out? Standing on business can't be done on camera.
Pull my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business.
I stood on business. I stand on business. That's theatrics. I'm standing on business. That's theatrics. But that's defense for something that he probably going through that they don't even know outside of being around them. It's probably some niggas that's handling him like he T.I.'s son, and not the favorable way that most of all the people will handle him. See, this is what happened. There's perks associated with being the son of someone like a T.I., and those perks are in a lot of places. But boy, in the ghetto. So for those of you unaware, T.I. has a son. His name's King. He kind of grew up on television, grew up in the spotlight. I think Tip and him has had a very interesting relationship because Tip has been on a mean hustle. Him and his wife, Tiny. They've been chasing money for a long time, and I think we're getting to see some of the effects of breaking those generational curse, some of the unintended effects, right? Tip went far in rap. Tip was one of the biggest rappers in the South ever. So his son got to live a certain kind of lifestyle. And at this age of, I believe he's 20 or 19, 20, something like that, he's in a circumstance where he's pushing back on what people perceive as reality and calling it his truth. And oftentimes we can find ourselves in this delusional spot, especially at that young age, because we've had a couple of encounters that we rather count those than to count the other ones. Which were, man, you lived a great life most of the time, but you might have got into some fights. You might have went over there and done a few things that you will consider dumb when you put 20 more years on your life. I want to look at a couple of videos because their interaction is crazy. So T.I. and his son King, as well as Tiny, which is T.I.'s wife. So this is a family affair. They at the Atlanta Hawks game is celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and the whole A-Town is in the building. I'm talking about it's a lot of people in the building, like a lot of individuals from Atlanta. We talking Jermaine Dupri. We talking Ludacris, Quavo. I seen Coach K&P was there. Big Bank was there. Young Scooter was there. Like, a lot of Atlanta people. Big Boy was there. Like, a lot. Killer Mike. A lot of Atlanta individuals was there. And it was representing, you know, the culture for them, for Atlanta. And I want to put that in context because young nigga think embarrassing his people is standing on business. And this ain't even about King. This young niggas all across the world, they think that, yo, if I don't shut up when you tell me, or if I just go against the rules, that's what standing on business is. Accept the consequences of going against the rules. Nah, standing on business ain't that. But let's look at a couple of these clips.
Able to experience when we was kids. But then, right? But then, I come out here, you know what I mean? I'm having a nice family time. And I come out here and look what I see. Look what I got to see. Look. Man, what is you doing, bro? Man, I'm gonna come kick your ass, man. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. That's what I'm saying. This nigga down here sitting in the goddamn jacuzzi. I don't know what he doing, man. Look like what is he doing?
Putting on for the ground, man.
I'm saying, man, hold up, man. I'm finna come down here. Man, hold up, man. Man, hold up, bro. I don't understand. It did what it come to?
Man, you know a nigga serious when he bring that light voice out. Is that what it come? Man, what the hell we got going on? Nigga bring that light voice out on your ass. Nigga bring that light voice out, he dead serious. Man, that nigga done went crazy. Nigga brought that light voice out. But to tell you what that video was basically when times were just a little more easier. So this is King on his Instagram trying to show I'm in the hot tub in the big mansion. But that's your daddy's spot. And let me explain something to you. Anybody that know me know my little boys got whatever I got. It belonged to them. They don't got to borrow it. Whatever I got belong to them. So I'm not necessarily speaking from the perspective that you don't have the right to be there. What I'm saying is that your arrogance got to match your annual income. You can have the privilege to be here, do this, live here, but boy, you ain't having no business having no whole bunch of arrogance. Man, you ain't put nothing on the ground. You ain't helped us get nothing rolling. All you had to do was be a byproduct, and I love you, and gonna love you, and gonna stand for you, die for you, live for you. Yeah, whatever about you. But you don't got no business having no arrogance as it pertains to being a hell of a nigga. Because it seemed like that what we finna watch next year, the youngster, and we want to be sincere because it's a family affair. And that's his son. But I want to give some perspective. And if Tip see this, whoever see this, y'all ask a few people about me and about my message and what I speak about and how I speak to things. Right? Sometimes things happen and we got to have a conversation about them. But I'm always trying to provide perspective. Sometimes y'all don't leave us no room. I have a job to do as well as people to employ. So I got to consider that when I'm thinking about not speaking to certain things and providing perspective in a way that can help the culture. One hand wash the other, both wash the face. Let's look at this next video.
Go look at your son. Go look at your son. Go look at your son, man. Go look at your son. Look at this nigga, man. Look at this nigga, man. Man, I finna go kick this little nigga's ass, man. Who he think he is, man? In my damn house. You know what I'm saying? This nigga here done bumped his goddamn head, man. Man, what the hell?
All right, let me lay some framework about what we're about to listen to, right? T.I. and his wife, Tiny, has an encounter with their son at this Atlanta Falcons 50 years of hip-hop game. Every time I see King, he always talking some gangster shit. And so there's a couple things I want to pay attention. Number one, he got the camera out. The camera say something to me. Why the camera out? Standing on business can't be done on camera. We talking about standing on it. That's the trick bag. The camera is the trick. That's why we don't even know the category. They calling the trick bag standing on business. Standing on business is the ability to get it done and get out of there and get away. Not do it on camera. Because one thing I know, the internet and shit moves so fast now, man. You catch a body now. It's unfortunate that in the ghetto, there's a level of social status that is associated with defending yourself or defending your honor or bumping into another black man and killing him. There used to be an aura that went with that lasted a long time. Nigga get out 20 years later and still got respect. That's over with. That's over with now. You catch a body, nigga, in 2 weeks, they done forgot. You don't even mention your name. Don't live like that no more. It's over. So this second video is T.I., Tiny, and King speaking about his upbringing. He pushes back on being the son of someone rich that lived behind the gate. He says he's from the ghetto. Pay attention.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach.
Have you ever woke up with a roach in your ear?
Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You to hold your breath.
Every
It's no
day.
tantrum to go over there.
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand
No,
that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. Till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify.
Oh my God. Now let me be as honest as I know how to be with you guys. There's a few things that when I listen to communication, I listen for indicators that say, yo, there's no way you can be lying about that. Like you couldn't have pre-thought that before we got here. And I take T.I. to be witty, but boy, when he told that boy, nigga used to hold your breath to go over there. Man, I could have hit the floor laughing. Man, you used to hold your breath. Do you know what that mean? That mean a nigga done this. Man, I won't go to my granny house. Nigga held his nose. Nigga held his breath. Try to unalive himself because he, man, that was too funny. Man, that was too funny. But I knew this would trigger him. Because everybody want to defend themselves. So now let's take the comedic shit out of it. Because what you're looking at is all human beings want to defend themselves. So you got Tip and Tiny trying to defend that. Yo, we did all we can to break the cycle. We broke the cycle, and this what we hear? Then you hear King is saying that, no, I ain't grow up like that. But this is just a young nigga trying to protect himself. But you can't bring that to mama and them. They don't play that game. But he trying to protect himself from the public. That's why the camera on. I stood on business. I stand on business. That's theatrics. I'm standing on business. That's theatrics. But that's defense for something that he probably going through that they don't even know outside of being around them. It's probably some niggas that's handling him like he T.I.'s son. And not the favorable way that most of all the people will handle him. See, this is what happens. There's perks associated with being the son of someone like a T.I. And those perks are in a lot of places. But boy in the ghetto, the one they feel like ain't had to work for nothing, your daddy done it. You ain't, nigga, you ain't. It's a lot of that energy. Man, you ain't really. It's a lot of that energy. And because he want to place himself amongst those individuals, he trying to put body armor on. If I can get around my dad and say it was never like that, these nigga, next time I go around those guys, I can now communicate the fact that you ain't see, nigga, you go ahead my dad, and nigga, you my dad, and no, I'm cut like that. You ain't see, we ran into each other at the thing. Y'all be having it misconstrued, family. Y'all be having it misconstrued, family. It be misconstrued. Y'all be having it misconstrued.
Not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Y'all be having it misconstrued, family. Y'all be having it misconstrued, family. It be misconstrued. Y'all be having it misconstrued.
Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's
Every
house.
day.
You to hold your breath.
Every
It's no
day.
tantrum to go over there.
Neighborhood. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand
No,
that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there. Till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify. He was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
You cried like a baby. Hold your breath.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping. Hey. He know I stand on business. He know that. Ain't no nigga ever pulled my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business.
I don't feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been still on business. You want to hide it for the world? I'm going to put it out there for them to see.
Hey, man,
I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, ain't got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go.
Now, he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that at the house.
It's rough for me as a man to see because my son get grown, he can cuss in front of me, but to be talking to it's just a weird thing. It feel funny. I'm talking about as the man to see it. As the man to see it, I don't know how he feeling, but as the man to see it, what if that was my son and me and his mama was somewhere? And one of my sons, and me and they mama was somewhere, and he really talking to his mama saying, man, niggas done drunk too motherfucking much, man. Man, I really don't know what going on with these stupid ass these folk here, stupid as hell. I'm saying, damn, man, me and home finna have to get the ones. He trying to take over the family, ain't he? Then what I'm thinking in my brain. But in all seriousness, I asked myself, where do you think this come from? With King, right? What do you think the idea that he needs to be somebody that has to be gangster come from? And again, it could be something he's dealing with in the places he chooses to hang at, where he wants to put body armor on to present himself as protected. And in the ghetto is so much of the sleight of hand, so much of trickery that I think he catching himself trying to play the trickery game. And so I led myself down that alleyway as I thought, and that thought process took me to, oh man, King may think his daddy was faking. And so as the child, you get a different relationship with your father, you get a different relationship with your mother than the people in particular in entertainment when they do become a rapper. So I asked myself, well, what if King has grew up all of his life and he's been in scenarios where he's been in the back seat, and him and T.I. and Tiny may be having a totally different conversation, may not even be liking each other, may be actually into it, and he saw them flip a switch, and because Family Hustle is about to start recording, they make it like it worked. And so now this makes him believe that, well, maybe my dad is cutting these switches on. Maybe that really ain't him, because he don't know the complexities of a man, that a man has different behaviors in different circumstances. He doesn't know that as a young man. He thinks that you're only one way. Now, I'm going to handle my wife different than I even handle other women. I'm going to handle my mother different than I handle other women. I'm going to handle my children than I handle other children. I'm going to handle certain things in certain ways, whatever the mission called for. And so there are theories that suggest that children learn behaviors and norms by observing their parents. And so easily this could lead to misunderstandings when public personas don't match private behaviors. See that? You come out hugging mama. You and mama ain't even saw each other no more. But he don't know that this is the power of the family to make sure it continue to, we trying, little one. He don't even know what the trying feel like. He don't got no clue why he just saw the results of it. And so sometimes that confuses your understanding. It captures your understanding. As far as family, we don't want to go back and forth with them. But again, it's about defending yourself. We saw Boonk Gang and his mama get into those circumstances where Boonk Gang is basically like saying his experience. And then his mother coming out saying, yo, you got me, man. That ain't how that went. Nigga, it didn't go nothing like that. We have an innate ability to want to defend ourselves. It's natural. In the event that he has saw his parents for the majority of his life hit this switch because these cameras are rolling, because of the job description that they have obtained based on the career path that they took, right? If he has been seeing them flip that switch, then maybe because he wasn't there with you, maybe he don't know that you really like that. And he ain't supposed to know that. My children don't supposed to know that. They supposed to receive that other version of me. When people tell them, man, your daddy wasn't gone, it supposed to be like, yeah, I ain't never seen it, but Let's look at a little more of this.
Sugar-coated. He capping. He capping. Hey. He know I stand on business. He know that. Can't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I don't feel like you stand on business. Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see. I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, ain't got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go. Mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other shit. Like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. I know. You capping. I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Shut up. Shut up.
I know you.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to get off me.
You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, get off me.
Man, what is you talking
Man, get off me. Like, what the fuck? Man, get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
hey, shit you can do with me. But it's unfortunate that happened. You got the camera rolling, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. The little boys gotta know what it feel like. You know the audacity of one of you little niggas act like you ready to fight your daddy. You know the audacity of that. There's a story about a man that y'all may not know by the name of Marvin Gaye. And boy, that story will remind you of what an old saying in the South was. I brought you in this world and I take you out. But nowadays, because I knew it don't go but so far, here it is, a little nigga I burped. I burped this little nigga. Put him behind the gate, taught him everything he know, put him on TV, did all kind of shit, loved him. My son. And he looking at me hollering, I know you. No, family, I know you. Like, I'm like, he finna expose me. Like, he thinking I know you, Captain. I know you. Like, what the little nigga talking about? What are you doing? I know you, though. Say, little homie, what you talking about, my boy? Oh, you got some intel. You got some, where you operating with some, that nigga, you feel me? So I'm putting myself in that circumstance and say, damn. Because I know 9 times out of 10, I got to grab him. Ain't nothing changed, nigga. We still got to, I got to let it be known who the leader of the pack is around here. The boy must think he the leader of the pack. I don't know what little bitty cub. You a little bitty bear, little boy. You think it's about, boy, you ain't having no technique with that little strength you got. I'm having years of technique of whooping on niggas and dodging and hitting and, man, don't you, man, listen, man. But there's also another side to it. When you get to a position where you got to put your hands on them like that, or when the son act like he want to fight the daddy, again, I contribute that to him spending all his life seeing you switching in between them roles. Rapper, actor, father, husband, cheater. You got to throw them stumbles in there too now. He bear witness to all that. And so he thinking it sound like he thinking T.I. faking to me. Sound like he's saying some like, you know what I'm saying? But he don't know, homie. You ain't like somebody that got the kind of intel to be knowing who faking and who ain't. And the crazy issue, or the crazy part about it, is that they say the only people that remember that you worked all those late nights to make it happen are your family. your children in particular. They the only people remember that. Don't nobody, nigga, you might even forget it. You might forget how many late nights you stayed out, how long. But them kids that was missing you those days, or them games you didn't come to, or those situations you wasn't available for, those lasting effects that those hold, live with those children for the rest of their life. Now here you all took off on a path as a man to say, I'm gonna take care of this family and we're gonna change some things. Tiny may have had her money, but I got to get established myself as a man, as the man of the family. I got to do what I need to do to make sure I'm present financially as well. Money isn't all things, but without money, you damn near can do nothing. So it's crazy. And it's a fear that men have a lot of times is that I pray that this hustle don't bite me in the ass, right? Because what Tip is faced with right now in this circumstance is he's wrestling with his own child. And it could be the effects of his hustle working out. There's some unintentional effects of chasing your dream. There's some unintentional effects of being out late nights, whether they pay you 60 grand, 70 grand a night. It's hard to say no to that. It's some effects that people that expect you to be home, they have to wear those. I don't excuse the behavior. I'm trying to analyze the behavior. I believe Tip took the right approach because that's the approach that I believe I would take in those circumstances. Because, what I've been able to sacrifice for you won't allow me to be satisfied with you stepping into the squared circle. I'm going to have to feel a way about that one. And so when you sacrifice yourself for the nutrition of your offspring, and then you wrestle with them in the public eye. As a little boy, they don't act like that in public until they done that 1,000 times in private. That's not something that the first time I do it'll be at the 50 years of hip hop. That's something that probably is done quite a bit, but it's handled differently because it's behind closed doors. Sometimes the kids will get you out in public and play with you all the way to the edge, though. They know you ain't gonna do that shit you'll do in the house, grab me and shit. You in the house, you might try to whoop me, but you famous. You can't really do nothing. I can really start screaming. You really can't do nothing. Sometimes, man, just think about wrestling with that. Is that a product of what you created, or is that a victim of what you've been able to do? I think that's a real question. It's either that or we can contribute this to the social learning theory, in which I was speaking about earlier, as well, like that they will learn their behaviors based on observing their parents, not by what's being said to them by their parents. I don't know. Maybe so.